Hey, what's up, everyone? I just signed up for trustedhousesitters.com and I am about to make my profile. And I wanted to walk through the process and show you what that looks like and go into a little bit more depth on this website. And yeah, just break down some of the details because I've been very, very, very impressed. This has by far exceeded my expectations just looking through it. If you don't know, basically, this website is just set up for a community of people. I'll get into that community aspect later, but it's a bunch of like-minded people who like to travel and who like animals. That's what I'm finding. So you can either sign up as someone who opens up their house, like if you are leaving, you're traveling, and you want someone to watch your house and watch your pets. You can open up your house, and then people can apply. So you can search for houses that if you want to go and house sit for someone, you can search by location, by date, go all over the world, and it really is international. So here are the plans. They have them for what they call pet parent. So this would be if you're opening up your house and you want someone to watch your pets, but it's not always just pets. I'll show that later. Maybe if you just want someone to watch your house, watch your property while you're gone, or if you have plants that you want watered. But they have these three different tiers, and it's anywhere from $150 to about $300 to be a pet parent to open up your house. If you want to be a sitter, so if you want to stay at someone's house and watch it, they have different tiers, and there's all the different things in there. Like you get extra benefits if you sign up as a premium to get like 2 global airport lounge passes. I looked into that, and that is kind of interesting because they want to appeal to the people who are traveling a lot. I have the priority pass through the Chase Sapphire Reserve, so I probably won't do that. So what I did, I signed up for the basic sitter. That's the one I did. The cost is $129 per year, but I showed how you can save a ton of money by signing up. And I actually was able to sign up, and it'll be for about less than $50 for my first year. And I showed all the different ways on how you can do that in my last video. So I'll link that up above. I'll link that down in the description, so you can check that out. If you don't know, there's a 25% discount code, and I have a referral link. That's a great place to start. And yeah, then you can also combine. So if you want to open up your house to have people stay there, but you also want to go and stay in other people's houses, they have the basic, standard, and premium anywhere from about $200 to about $400. And yeah, those are the different plans that you can sign up for. But yeah, I signed up for the basic sitter. So let's take a look at what the website looks like. This is just the home screen, and I have this information up here that I can go to my dashboard. So dashboard, this is where it'll have all of your information on your profile and different things that you can look at. If you did have the airport lounge pass, it would show up here. It says that I can get it if I upgrade. They're trying to get you to upgrade to the higher tier plans, but you don't need that. If you need any support, they have urgent numbers that you can call in the US, the UK, or if you have a non-urgent issue. So that's nice. If you have just a little peace of mind to reach out to someone if you need help with an animal, if there's an emergency or something. But yeah, this is what the website looks like. You'll have an area where you have your inbox. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And if you're familiar with Airbnb, it'd be very similar, where if you're interacting with an Airbnb host, or in this case, a trusted house sitter host, you can have a conversation with them, go back and forth, discuss the information. Sometimes you can, set up a time to have a video call, but in here too, they have this label feature. And say you're communicating with a whole bunch of different hosts, and you can just label them, like this one, green, like, yes, I'm definitely interested. Yellow, I might be interested. And then gray, it wouldn't be suitable. Maybe the dates don't work out or whatever. And you can also manage these labels. So you can change what it says, and you can change the color. So you can just have a really good organization scheme for yourself to keep track of all your information. But I'm going to go back to my dashboard and take a look. So the next thing I see, I'm going to need to edit my profile. And I have not done that yet. I wanted to show what it looks like when you're first starting out. And over on this left-hand side, it'll say trust and verifications. And so there's 3 different things that you need to verify. I'll get to that when I go to the profile. But yeah, what else is on this dashboard page? If you need to call a vet, here they provide a number. This is a number for the UK. But yeah, they have access and information to vets, and if you need support. So that's nice. I don't have some of these guarantees and promises because those are part of the bigger plans, like a cancellation plan. accident and liability plan. And then they have the code of conduct and sitter guidelines. So if you did want to refer someone, they have a really good referral system. I have a link down in the description if you want to check it out. Basically, the way that the referral scheme works is that if you sign up, you get 25% off. I use someone else's referral code, someone I saw on YouTube that made a video on it, and I found it helpful. And I said, oh, yeah, that looks really cool. So I have a link down there, but you don't have to use mine. If you find someone else's, go ahead and use it. But be sure to use that if you do sign up. Just use the referral code. And again, check out my other video. I show how you can save even more money when you sign up. But going back up here, let's take a look. The next thing I'm going to do is look at my profile. So edit profile. So here is the edit your profile section. And this is where you will set your profile up and where you can edit your sitter profile. It's not live, so I can activate it later on. Once I have all the information filled out, I can activate it, and then it'll be live. But basically it has all these different sections. So your profile details about you, your experience, your preferences, your verifications, your references, safety and security. So let's just go ahead and take a look at these. This first one is your profile, just basic information. So you'll add your date of birth, and you can add, gender, your occupation, if you're employed, self-employed, working while traveling, retired. So you can select your status there. And then you can put your job title, whether you're a humanitarian or you're a social worker or you're a whatever, you can add that information there. And you can say who will be house and pet sitting. What's cool about this website is that they're open to having solo sitters, or if you'll be house sitting with a partner, friend, family member, you can add the information on the other person or people that you'll have with you. And it's pretty neat. I've seen a lot of couples as I've just been browsing the website. It seems like there's a lot of traveling couples that will go and house sit for people. For me, I'm just going to be a solo sitter. And will I be taking any children? No, I'm not going to be taking any children while I'm house sitting. And would I like to be recommended for house sits that are suitable for remote working? Yes. So this is for like digital nomads or whatever. If you're working remotely and you want to have a place that has high-speed Wi-Fi and desk space. So once you fill that out, you can hit save, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm just going to go back. And the next section is about you. So this is where you would fill it out, your profile photo. Over on the right-hand side, they give you tips and information on what each of these fields contains. You can add more photos, so they recommend adding photos that show your personality, and if you have any animals in those photos, would be really good for this website. So they give a bunch of tips, and I'll show some examples of profiles later on. And you can put where you're located. If you are based in a certain area, a certain country, certain city, just to help people get an idea of who you are, where you come from. This introduction section, so just share a little bit about yourself, what you do, your interests, your passions, and why do you want to house and pet sit. You can let people know why you signed up for this in the first place. I know for me, I love traveling and I want to have the opportunity to go and stay in places and save money and have really unique experiences. So you can put your reasoning there. And then you'll have a profile headline. And this is just a very short summary. And then you can add your social profiles. So you can add your Airbnb profile as well as your LinkedIn profile. And I think this is really great because if you're creating your profile on Trusted House Sitters, it can be kind of hard starting out, right? It's like, how are people going to select me? How do they know if I don't have any referrals or any ratings or anything like that? You can put in your Airbnb and that'll instantly bump you up because people will see that, oh, this person is responsible. Or, oh, this person, has been employed and they could be a trustworthy person to take care of my animal. And next, let's look at your experience. So in here, you can list, have you looked after people's pets in homes before? You can say yes or no. If yes, you can share your experiences that are maybe outside of the Trusted House Sitter website. If you're just watching friends or family or whatever, you can list your years of experience, how long you've watched pets, and you can then share your experience of, what have you done? Just give a little bit of background on how you've taken care of plants or animals or what types of things that you've done in the past. You can select the type of pets that you've cared for in the past. So if you've cared for like reptiles, farm animals, birds. Like you can just select whatever your experience that you have, and then any skills that you have. So these are experience with senior dogs, with puppies, senior cats, kittens, experience administering medication. That can be, helpful if there are certain animals that need to have medication. And yeah, you can also show like pictures, right? Create a little account of the pets that you have cared for, like if it's a dog, a cat, and you can add the pet's name and the breed and the relationship, and you can add a picture of it. So just to give a little bit of background for the people that are looking at your profile to see like, hey, who is this person and what experience do they have with animals? Next, you can select your preferences. And under preferences, you can put the places that you would like to visit or stay. So beaches, cities, countryside, mountains, you can select those. And then you can select where in the world would you like to go to house sit. You can put anywhere in the world and that'll just keep it open to everything. Or you can put specific countries, and you can select the countries based on region. So in Africa, maybe I want to go to Angola. In Asia, I want to go to China, Georgia, Hong Kong, Japan, and you can kind of just select it there. I think for me, I'll probably just keep it anywhere in the world. But say you're just, you're based in Europe and you just want to do European countries, you can select which ones you want to do there. And I'll show what that looks like in your profile later. And you can also select what kind of animals you're interested in pet sitting. So dogs, cats, poultry, reptiles, birds, like whatever you are interested in. And then you can filter out certain house sitting experiences that don't have or do have specific animals. This one, are you happy to have a video call with the owner before the house sit takes place? I think that this would be a good idea, just to select yes. Again, to create that trust and just have that rapport built up with the person. It might be a good option. I'm not saying that you'll always have to have a call with someone before you house sit, but it could be a good option, especially if you want to discuss details and if you have questions for them that you want answered about their responsibilities or their expectations and things like that. Because there are certain questions that you might want to ask them just to make sure that you know what you're getting into before you commit to stay. And then would you consider meeting an owner in person before a house sit takes place? Again, you can do yes or no. I'd probably say yes. I think it'd be good to maybe connect with the people, but that's up to you whether you want to select that or not. So the next section is on verifications. You'll verify your email, your phone number, and then this last one is your ID and background check. And this is done through a company called Evident, and this is what it looks like. So basically what they ask you to complete is a criminal background check. And this is pretty standard. So if you have applied to a job, they've probably run a background check on you. And what they do, they'll take your information, like your social security number, and you'll maybe give them additional documents like your driver's license or a passport, et cetera, and just make sure that everything's on the up and up. If you have questions on this, they do have learn more about this and the privacy policies, and they have like Q&As on the background check. What is the background check? What is it all about? That is your verifications. Next is your references. So you can add references to your profile to help you secure a sit. So this would be good to like secure your first house sitting experience before you have reviews on the website. And what you can do, you can reach out to people, request a reference. So you could maybe add like a family member or friend if you've watched their animals in the past, and you can ask for them to give you a reference. And I'll show what that looks like later on. But this is a necessary step. So you can maybe think about like who could you ask to do this for you. And last, safety and security. This would basically just be an emergency contact that you can provide, in case something happens, someone that they can reach out to. So let's say that you've completed your profile and you're curious what it might look like. I've pulled up just a hypothetical situation, and this is for someone who might be looking to find a pet sitter. This is what they'll see. So they'll see profiles of people, and yeah, it's basically set up. It kind of looks like like LinkedIn or something where you can search for people and you can search by a number of criteria. I've put in Vancouver, British Columbia, in Canada from May 4th to 11th. Say I'm someone who owns a house in Vancouver. I'm going to go on vacation for that week. I have 2 pets. I have a dog and a cat, and I can enter these criteria of the kind of people that I'm looking for. If I want someone who has just member reviews, I can select that, or if they have general house sitting experience, and I'll show what that looks like down here. So I'll just hit apply, and you can see that there are 1,126 people that show up, and that's pretty crazy. So the first thing you'll see is the profile pictures. This little thing right here, the green thing, is ID verified. So that will be, your email, your phone number, and your background check. And here you can see this person. You see how they have like little like asterisks, and this person has stars. So what I've found is that these asterisks are for their references. So if you don't have experience quite on the website, so that would be like the member reviews, the people who are reviewing you on the website, it'll just show up as these little asterisks. So I'll go down and I'll maybe just click on like these people because I thought this would be a good example. This is a couple, so it's two people, and they basically list information like the experience that they have. They have experience watching these animals and dogs, and their reference. So this is someone that's not signed up on trustedhousesitters.com. They just sent this to someone that they know, a family or friend or something, and they gave them that reference. They have the about section, why we want a house sit, and then their availability. So down here, you can mark when you're available, and you can set that up in your profile. So they're not available in August, for example. You can see it's blocked out. They have their preferred countries set. So they have Belgium, Canada, Croatia. And down here, a little bit more information about them, age, occupation, and they're traveling with a partner. So that is what a profile might look like. And say you wanted to find a house sit, you can go after you complete your profile. And this is cool. You can search anywhere in the world and it'll pull up all the different options. There are literally thousands. And you can search by dates. So if I'm available, just for the month of June, I could apply that and I can see what's available for the month of June. If I'm a little bit more flexible and I could say that like I want to stay somewhere for a week or 1 month or 6 months or longer, like you can just kind of play around with the filters up here and the type of animals that you want to watch. I want to show too how you can do no pets. I'll get into that in just a second, but they also have like the type of local area and attractions, the area that you'll be in, more filters, like if you want to be in a house or an apartment, if you need Wi-Fi, and you can also save the search so you can come back to it later. But I wanted to show what it looks like if you were to select no pets. Trusted House Sitters is mostly geared towards people who want people to watch their pets, but I found some examples of people who just want someone to watch their house and maybe water their plants. So two of them that came up, one of them is for a house sit for one person in New Orleans, and it's for the whole summer. It's from June 1st to September 3rd. So the whole summer, staying in this place in New Orleans. And I looked at this profile. It's a nice house. It's 1,400 square feet. It's in a nice neighborhood. You can see all the amenities as washer, dryer, and all these different things. It's very similar to Airbnb. So you can check this out. And then I'm going down and I'm looking at responsibilities. So there are no pets to care for. And basically, she's just saying that she likes to travel and she just wants someone to water her plants. So that's pretty cool. So in New Orleans for the whole summer, just took a quick look at the pictures to see what it looks like. It looks like a nice place. And I wanted to pull up on Airbnb and I put in the exact same dates just to see what it might cost if you wanted to go to New Orleans for the whole summer. So from June 1st to September 3rd, you can see here these different places that show up. Airbnb, if you didn't know, you can get a monthly discount rate. So this place is typically like 3,800, it looks like, and it's discounted to 1,100 per month. So the monthly rates, you can save you a lot of money. The average, I don't know how much the average would be, but you can see it's up to like 12,000 per month, which is insane. So the average might be a little bit higher, but the median is maybe closer. It looks like the median might be around like 2,800, maybe around $3,000 per month. So you can see the price here. That's pretty expensive, around 3,000. Like this one's 3,000, but then the monthly rate bumps it down to about like 1,100. I see 1,500, 1,200, 1,500. So let's say that an average cost of an Airbnb would be $1,500 a month. And if you're staying for 3 months, that would be what, $4,500. Whereas instead, you could stay here in New Orleans for the summer and water these plants for free, right? That's a pretty cool deal. I wanted to show another example of this one, and it's in Austin, Texas. They need someone for looks like 11 days, and this is someone who doesn't have any pets, right? They just have 30 acres in a beautiful forest about an hour east of Austin, and they have just information. It's a newly constructed guest house, and they just want someone to watch their house while they're gone, watch their property. They're going to be out of town for a little bit. They just want someone to watch it. We have no farm or ranch animals or pets. We were just looking for someone to stay in our beautiful new guest house. So it's brand new. They just built it, and keep an eye on the property. So let's take a look at it. It looks really nice. You could get, have your own Texas barbecue, and look at this place. You could stay here for free, and all you're doing is just keeping an eye on the property. You wanted to just get an idea of like what's that neighborhood like, an hour east of Austin. I pulled up Zillow and I typed in Austin, and I'm going to remove the boundary, and I'm just going to pull this over and just see like, it's somewhere out east of Austin. I don't know exactly where, but I'll maybe just zoom in a little bit and just see, like, it said it's in the forest, and you can kind of see like the different kind of houses that are out there. Really nice ranches. We have like $1 million properties, and I would assume that this one is probably a very nice property if they, just want someone to stay and keep an eye on it. So that's a good way just to do a little bit of due diligence before you sign up to see what the neighborhood might be like. I also wanted to highlight something called the community forum. And this is what really just tipped the scales for me to see like, wow, this is more in depth and impressive than I thought. It really exceeded my expectations. So in here, it's kind of just like what I can tell is like a forum of the members and the website, both the pet sitters and the homeowners that are opening up their house. And they have different categories like welcome, getting started, questions for sitters, questions for owners, advice. The thing I thought was pretty cool is this meetup and travel. So this really just brings in the community aspect of it, where you have people that are sharing information about like, hey, we're going to have a meetup in London on these dates. And then people that are in that area can go and they can hang out with each other. And it seems like like-minded people, maybe people that like traveling, like talking about their different trips that they're taking, and yeah, more meetups and different things like that. So definitely cool to have this community aspect. And I wasn't expecting this, but it's a really neat feature, and I wanted to show that. So yeah, that basically covers it. My plan is to sign up, and I might try to get my references, and maybe sign up for just something local, like something in my current area, and maybe just do it for a couple days stay, just to try it and get some member reviews. And then after that, maybe try to plan some trips specifically around these stays. Like maybe I'll try to go to Thailand for a month and see if I can stay there and get free accommodations by watching animals, or maybe just watering plants or whatever. But yeah, let me know down in the description what you think. Have you done this? Do you have any experience? Do you have any tips when you're building your profile? Yeah, I'd love to hear what people think. And yeah, I hope you found this helpful. Thanks so much for watching.
He said he would take me to Bora Bora, but he is too pura. So, smash that like button and subscribe to help me out. Thanks. Wait, what? I need to keep going? Here. Click on one of these, I guess. Goodbye for real this time. See you on the next video.